I don't mean to brag, I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm gonna be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows, meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously.
Crazy.
So nice, so nice.
Maybe I have lost it, but the world has gone mad, and no one seems to notice. I hear echoes of insanity drift through the air.
The vaccine.
No one seems to notice, no one seems to care. In a world full of noise, I find it hard to speak, looking for silence for the answers I seek.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
I can't come in, Mom. It's because of this flu thing.
So I search for the truth in the middle of the lies, but it's always getting censored, and I guess it's no surprise. But in a world that's lost, I'll find my way. I turn the TV off, ignore the lies that they say, but maybe I've gone crazy.
Share your smile.
Maybe I have lost it.
This is normal.
But the world has gone mad, and no one seems to notice.
But I'm sure there are a lot of you who listen to that story, and like me, I'm sitting there going, what has happened over the past couple of years? You know, I had the COVID shot, I had COVID, and then dealt with pericarditis like just this past Christmas. So I never had heart problems before, so I wonder.
Right.
You know, now I'm going to be doing some more research to figure out what in the world.
Yeah. And it's always good to check with your Colorado's neighbor state to the east, Kansas, now suing Pfizer, claiming the company misrepresented its COVID-19 vaccine, putting the health of Americans at risk, specifically pregnant women.
Yeah, tonight the pharmaceutical company is responding. Fox 31's Talia Cunningham brings us up to speed on both sides. Talia.
Well, Erica, good evening. The 69-page civil suit was filed just yesterday by the state's Attorney General, Chris Kobach, and it alleges that Pfizer violated the Consumer Protection Act by marketing the vaccine as safe, even though the company knew it was connected to serious adverse reactions, then misleading the public.
Well, and a question for you. I heard you have not yet had your shot. When do you plan to get it?
Sooner I will. The only sensitivity here, Meg, is that I don't want to have an example that I'm cutting the line. That I am 59 years old, in good health. I'm not working in the front line. So my type is not recommended to get vaccination.
I'm honored to stand here today with dedicated colleagues from within the Department of Justice as well as beyond it to announce a historic settlement with Pfizer Incorporated, a pharmaceutical manufacturer, and its subsidiary Pharmacia and Upjohn company, arising out of civil and criminal allegations relating to Pfizer's allegedly illegal promotion of various drugs, most notably Bextra. In a combination civil and criminal settlement, Pfizer has agreed to pay $2.3 billion, the largest healthcare fraud settlement in the history of the Department of Justice. Within that $2.3 billion is a criminal fine of $1.195 billion, which makes it the largest criminal fine in history. When a drug is marketed or promoted for non-authorized so-called off-label uses, any use not approved by the FDA, as was the case here, public health may be at risk, and there's a real danger for patients that the medical providers who prescribed the medicine or the device aren't provided with, don't have full information about the drug's risks and benefits.
Listen to the scientists.
Science is truth. You know, science is truth.
What is the impact to public health when people are openly questioning
the science. Now is the time to do what you're told.
By not hearing the truth, by not listening to the scientists, they are prolonging how bad the economy will be.
When I see somebody out in the world who's not wearing a mask, I instantly think you are a threat, or you are selfish, or you are a COVID denier, and you definitely haven't been vaccinated.
Either wear a mask or get the fuck out.
What does this have? Are you vaccinated?
I am triple vaccinated.
So why are you wearing a mask?
Seek out the scientists and listen to their advice.
Listen to scientists. Listen to the scientists.
Trust the experts.
We're going to trust science. We're going to trust the experts.
Parents who say, well, I need to do my own research, makes you think of that cartoon I saw of the tombstone that said, I did my own research.
That phrase, do your own research, it's popping up a lot in conversations about coronavirus and about COVID vaccines. Doing your own research, it seems so innocent, but it can have serious consequences. Renee, what are the roots of this phrase? I feel like I used to hear it around QAnon craziness.
Tase somebody over a mask. Tasing this lady over not wearing a damn mask.
The Oscar winners give a press conference and how to buy a sailboat.
I guess my feeling at this point in time is maybe we need to be completely a little bit more scary for the public.
Especially with the Delta variant, which is the hardiest and most contagious variant we've seen to date. We need all the protection that we can get. That's why the vaccines are so effective.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
We've got to get them vaccinated. And hopefully they will do it willingly.
I think we really need to make it clear that there are privileges associated with being an American.
We have to be more blunt. We have to be more forceful.
If you do not want to get vaccinated, you can work from home. You can homeschool your children. You can shop online. So where is this coming from? People saying, I'm now being forced to be vaccinated.
If you want to travel, you better go get that vaccine.
You should be wearing masks even when you are vaccinated if you are indoors.
If you wish to have these privileges, you need to get vaccinated.
We have to say something coming out, you don't get vaccinated, you're going to die. I mean, let's just be really blunt to these people.
Get vaccinated.
Maybe I've gone crazy. Maybe I have lost it. But the world has gone mad, and no one seems to notice. I hear echoes of insanity drift through the air, but no one seems to notice. No one seems to care. In a world full of noise, I find it hard to speak, looking for silence for the answers I see.
The vaccine.
So I search for the truth in the middle of the lies, but it's always getting censored, and I guess it's no surprise. But in a world that's lost, I'll find my way. I turn the TV off, ignore the lies that they say, but maybe I've gone crazy.
We all stop saying, I need to do my own research.
You see the ultimate effects of what happens when you don't listen to the scientists.
This isn't about being scared. This is about scaring us straight.
Science, science, and science. Only listen to the scientist.
If we follow science, this isn't about freedom. It's about freedom for your neighbors.
You can give each other a hug as long as everyone is fully vaccinated.
Listen to the scientists like the rest of us.
We have to listen to the scientists.
We'll listen to the scientists. Every scientist, every expert, listen to the experts.
Listen to the science because the science works.
Very much.
Yeah.
I think trust science.
Maybe I've gone crazy. Maybe I have lost it. But the world has gone mad, and no one seems to notice. I hear echoes of
Well, you know, I think I can tell you where I was when the CNN feed came that it was 95% effective on the vaccine. So many of us wanted to be hopeful. So many of us wanted to say, okay, this is our ticket out, right? Now we're done. So I think we had perhaps too little caution and too much optimism for some good things that came our way. I really do. I think all of us wanted this to be done. Nobody said waning when you know, oh, this vaccine's going to work. Oh, well, maybe it'll work, it'll wear off. Nobody said, well, what if the next variant it's not as potent against the next variant.
Flashback. Now on the vaccine, and just in terms of, I think I heard you say something elsewhere about maybe needing multiple vaccinations, that it wouldn't just be like a one-time vaccination. Can you just explain how you see this?
Okay, none of the candidates that we have much data on look like they'll work with a single dose. So these are all multi-dose vaccines. And as we really look at the effectiveness in the elderly, some of the constructs may require even more than 2 doses to get the kind of protection we want. None of the vaccines at this point appear like they'll work with a single dose. That was the hope at the very beginning. Maybe one of them, particularly in the second generation, won't surprise us. We hope just 2, although in the elderly, sometimes it takes more. And so making sure we have lots of elderly people in the trial will give us that data. This equation has 4 factors, a little bit of multiplication. So you've got a thing on the left, CO2, that you want to get to 0. And that's going to be based on the number of people, the services each person's using on average, the energy on average for each service, and the CO2 being put out per unit of energy. So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to 0. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to 0. That's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Hold up. What? So you've got all these different factors, the people and the services they're using, and then this and then that. So you got to bring one of these numbers down to 0. You want to bring population? That doesn't sound good. Okay, and how are we going to reduce the population? Well, if we do a really good job on healthcare. By healthcare, I think he means abortion. It's pretty clear, or contraception or something. At the very least, contraception. And if we do a really, really good job on reproductive services, that's just another dishonest euphemism to mean abortion. Okay, reproductive's okay if you bring that. And if we do a really good job on vaccines, then we can bring that number down. Wait, what? I thought vaccines are supposed to improve health. I thought vaccines were supposed to allow more people to live longer. So you're saying you do a good job on vaccines and that's going to bring the human population down, or at least the growth of the human population down? Well, huh? I'm not venturing a guess as to what he meant here. I don't know. Maybe he just misspoke. Maybe he didn't misspeak. The one thing we do know about Bill Gates, though, is that he has been obsessed with reducing the number of people who are born for decades now. He's talking about it here, but he's given many, many interviews on this topic.
We asked some real doctors to offer their best advice to those who are on the fence about the vaccine, and pay attention because this is important.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor, an actual medical doctor.
I've practiced medicine for 21 years.
I am a critical care nurse.
I've been a nurse for 16 years.
I spent 4 years in undergraduate school, then 4 years in medical school,
and then another 5 years as a resident in emergency medicine.
Look at all of my diplomas.
I worked a second job to put myself through nursing school.
I'm 53 now, and I won't have my student loans paid off till well after I retire.
I can name every organ in your body and tell you exactly what it does.
Oh, but you read something on Facebook?
Your friend from high school who sells jewelry, she posted it?
The one who's 53 and still builds dollhouses?
You heard what? On whose podcast?
Is he a doctor? No. Scientist? No.
Can he name one of the ingredients in the vaccine?
Can he point to his gabella?
Then tell him to shut the up. The gabella's right here, by the way.
That polio shot we gave your kid, and then your kid not getting polio, well, Those two things are related.
How about this? You do your job, I'll do mine.
Get the vaccine.
Get the vaccine.
Just get the vaccine. Grow the up and get the vaccine.
And tell your friend on Facebook to stick to jewelry.
Thank you, medical professionals.
Anyone else notice this? Like, I was literally just following doctor's orders, following the government mandates, and now this is my life. Am I allowed to say the V word on TikTok? Because I'm just about to, and we're just going to see how that goes. Vaccine. Let's talk about it.
Look, it's being discussed. I haven't been able to get an official line on that.
But it's not just the heart issues. I mean, like, without delving into your private affairs, you've got Bell's palsy at the moment, which hopefully you're on the back end of that. But there's a bit of that going around as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's got heart issues, and Bell's palsy has gone through the roof.
If you're offering the COVID-19 boosters or shots still?
We are, but we're only accepting appointments because it's just been really crazy today. So you can make an appointment online at cvs.com.
Okay. Do you have the insert from the manufacturers that shows the safety studies, the effects, and all of those things?
Honestly, I don't know.
Is there a pharmacist here who knows where to find the insert in the box of vaccines that I could take a look at?
If you want to step to the side there, he'll be with you as soon as he can.
Thank you.
The first one is a typical package insert that we see with any vaccine. When you open the box, next to the vial, you find a package insert that has information about what the product contains. And this is a typical vaccine insert from a vaccine that helps protect against meningitis. It's a more traditional childhood vaccine. And the other label that I'm going to show you, the other package insert, came from a box of mRNA product. So vaccine that was brought to the clinic for the purpose of giving that to children. And this should look the same as the other package insert that I showed you. But yet when we open it almost 2 years into this, we find that it still says intentionally blank. Intentionally blank.
Hello. Question? Yes, I was wondering if you had the insert from the manufacturers for the COVID vaccine.
I've got 9 stacks over here. Is that right? Okay. I'll be right back.
Comes in the box of vaccines.
CVS Pharmacy, this is Roberta. How can I help you?
Must be magic. It's all blank.
That's from the Moderna vaccine.
Okay, Moderna. Is it the same for Pfizer and all of the others?
Each brand is a little different.
Okay. So may I take this with me to look at all of the safety studies, placebo safety studies on this?
Yeah, because the one that we give, because the one that's given to patients doesn't contain that information. So that.
Which one are they giving if it's not this one?
No, that's the one. That is the one we are giving.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the package insert given to patients isn't the full information.
So it's not from the manufacturer themselves?
That is from the manufacturer, but it's truncated. That's the full thing.
So why is it intentionally blank if it's all the safety studies and stuff?
They're inside.
They're inside of it?
This folds out.
Okay.
It supposedly folds out. I've got to get online and find it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I already know that it's intentionally blank. My last question is, how is it informed consent when all of the safety studies, placebo safety studies, are not listed from the manufacturer?
That's a great question. I would talk to CVS about that because.
Okay. So if we don't know what we're injecting into ourselves, I don't understand how that's informed consent.
That you're exactly right. Okay. And you're exactly right.
Yeah.
And you are correct. I should not be giving these vaccines at all.
Okay. Oh, why are you giving them?
Because I am told to, and that's how. Because I am told to, and I am told.
I understand that.
And everything I have shown, including the patients that I have given it to, it is safe.
It is safe and effective. What studies are you going by that states that it's safe and effective? I know these are tough questions, but I have to ask.
I know, and I'm sorry that.
But you can't answer. So I understand that.
I unfortunately cannot answer that,
Okay.
and I feel it. And right now I'm feeling totally inadequate as a pharmacist and ready to turn in my license.
Don't. Just learn more about it. You know about the Nuremberg trials, right?
I understand about all of that, and
I'm just curious if people here really understand what's happening around them, and that just doing my job is not an excuse for what's really happening.
No, I absolutely understand.
Well, I just wanted to add thank you for.
And based on what you're saying, I can no longer advocate for these vaccines.
Okay. Well, yes, that's absolutely your choice, and people to take it. That's their choice to take it. I'm just looking for informed people where I can get information, and it seems like I keep hitting this block each time. Every time I go online and talk to doctors, they block me. You know, it's because they can't answer my questions. They get uncomfortable, and I get that, but. Then why even continue this if you don't know the information?
That is an absolutely valid question.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.